What if the most powerful move in your life isn't speaking up, but silently walking away from the two people who secretly destroy your peace? Stay with me, because Mark Twain's timeless wisdom reveals exactly who they are, and why cutting them off without a word changes everything. You don't have to fight every battle to win your peace. Sometimes the strongest move is not raising your voice but lowering your presence. Mark Twain once suggested that wisdom often shows itself not in what we say, but in what we choose not to entertain. There are people in life who drain your spirit not because they are powerful, but because you allow them access. The quiet art of stepping back is not weakness, it is discipline. You cannot build a meaningful life while constantly explaining yourself to those committed to misunderstanding you. Silence is not surrender. It is a boundary drawn without drama. The first kind of person you must quietly distance yourself from is the one who thrives on constant negativity. The one who finds fault in sunshine and storms alike. They are not critics in search of improvement, they are pessimists in search of company. Twain often used humor to expose the absurdity of chronic complaining. He understood that misery loves an audience. If someone only calls you to complain, only meets you to criticize, only speaks to belittle your hopes, they are not contributing to your growth. You do not owe your emotional energy to someone who treats optimism like a crime. Protecting your peace is not arrogance. It is maturity. There is a subtle difference between honest feedback and habitual discouragement. Honest feedback sharpens you. Habitual discouragement dulls you. If a person laughs at your ambitions, mocks your discipline, or constantly reminds you of your past mistakes while ignoring your present progress, they are not invested in your future. Twain once observed that keeping your mouth shut can sometimes be the best reply. In the same way, keeping your distance can sometimes be the best response. Not every relationship deserves confrontation. Some deserve quiet closure. The second type is the person who repeatedly disrespects your boundaries. They test your patience not by accident but by habit. They cross lines, apologize lightly, then cross them again. Respect is not proven by words, it is proven by patterns. When someone shows you through repeated behavior that your comfort does not matter to them, believe the pattern, not the apology. Twain believed that character is revealed over time. A single mistake is human. A repeated offense is a decision. You do not need a dramatic exit. You simply need to reduce access. There is strength in being selective. You cannot be everything to everyone without becoming nothing to yourself. The world is loud. Opinions are endless. Expectations multiply daily. But your energy is limited. Twain's humor carried a serious truth beneath it. Life is too short to argue with fools or chase approval from people determined not to give it. If someone delights in provoking you, the greatest victory is refusing to participate. You cannot lose an argument you never enter. Some people will label your silence as pride. Others will call your distance coldness. Let them. Their interpretation is not your responsibility. Growth often looks like isolation to those who benefit from your old habits. When you begin to value your time, some will accuse you of changing. You are supposed to change. That is the point of learning. Twain's wisdom often reminded readers that progress demands courage. Sometimes that courage is loud. Sometimes it is quiet. Do not mistake kindness for obligation. You can be compassionate without being constantly available. You can wish someone well without giving them front row seats too. Your life. The most peaceful seasons of your life will begin the moment you stop explaining your boundaries and start enforcing them. No announcement. No hostility. Just consistency. If a person only reaches out when they need something, If they disappear when you struggle but appear when you succeed, their presence is conditional. And conditional loyalty is not loyalty at all. There is a freedom that comes with understanding that not everyone is meant to go with you into your next chapter. Some people were lessons, not lifelines. Twain had a gift for revealing hard truths with gentle wit. He understood that humor can soften reality, but it cannot erase it. When someone consistently underestimates you, doubts you, or spreads subtle negativity around your name, you do not have to defend yourself to them. Your progress will answer louder than your arguments ever could. Protecting your peace does not require cruelty. It requires clarity. You do not need to hate anyone to walk away. Indifference is often more powerful than anger. Anger ties you to a situation emotionally. Indifference frees you. When you stop reacting, you stop feeding the behavior. When you stop explaining, you stop negotiating your worth. Twain once implied that arguing with certain people lowers you to their level. The same applies to relationships that thrive on chaos. You rise by withdrawing. If someone constantly compares you, competes with you, or secretly hopes for your failure, they are not your ally. Genuine support does not feel like rivalry. Genuine friendship does not feel like performance. If you feel drained after every interaction, pay attention. Your body often recognizes what your heart tries to excuse. Life is not long enough to spend it convincing someone to value you. The right people will not require constant proof of your worth. There are seasons where you must choose solitude over sabotage. Being alone is not the same as being lonely. Loneliness is craving connection. Solitude is protecting clarity. Twain's life was filled with observations about human nature. He understood that people reveal themselves in small, consistent ways. The gossip who speaks badly about others will eventually speak badly about you. The manipulator who twists another's story will twist yours. Pay attention to patterns. They rarely lie. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is step back without announcement. No final speech. No dramatic confrontation. Just a gradual shift in availability. Less explanation. Fewer reactions. More focus on your own growth. You owe yourself peace more than you owe anyone access. The moment you stop trying to fix people who enjoy being broken, your energy returns to you. Distance is not about punishment. It is about preservation. If someone thrives on drama, they will search for conflict even in calm waters. If someone values respect, they will adjust when boundaries are clear. Your silence will reveal who respects you and who only tolerated you when you were convenient. Twain's observations often reminded readers that wisdom sometimes looks like restraint. Not every truth needs to be shouted. Not every relationship needs to be saved. It is not your job to be understood by everyone. It is your job to live in alignment with your values. When you quietly remove yourself from toxic dynamics, you create space for healthier connections. Energy is contagious. So is attitude. Surround yourself with people who speak possibility, not limitation. People who challenge you with encouragement, not sarcasm. People who correct you with respect, not humiliation. There will always be those who misunderstand your silence. That is acceptable. The goal is not to be universally liked. The goal is to be internally at peace. Twain's timeless perspective reminds us that intelligence is often measured by what we choose to ignore. The loudest reactions rarely produce the deepest impact. Calm withdrawal does. In the end, you are responsible for the environment you allow around you. Every person you give access to influences your mindset, your habits, your emotional health. Choose carefully. The person who constantly spreads doubt will plant seeds of hesitation in your mind. The person who disrespects you repeatedly will slowly erode your self-worth if you allow them space. Silence can be a shield. Distance can be wisdom. You do not need revenge. You need refinement. You do not need conflict. You need clarity. Not everyone deserves confrontation. Some deserve absence. The two types of people you must silently cut off are those who consistently drain your spirit with negativity and those who repeatedly disrespect your boundaries without change. Removing them is not cruelty. It is self-respect. Your peace is precious. Guard it without apology.